Oh my gosh, it turns out Fani Willis was lying to everyone in the courts. I'm surprised. I bet you're surprised.
United, and it feels so good. Primetime's favorite couple, Fani Willis and lover boy Nathan Wade, caught on camera, and no, not like that. Here they are at LAX, which is weird because we thought they called it quits after lickety splits. At least that's what they told the judge. But what kind of friends travel together? Alone. Friends with benefits. And Nathan's got more than just a carry-on. He's packing for the whole weekend. Are they going to Belize? Napa? Maybe it's cabin season.
Did you go to a cabin with Miss Willis ever?
Ever?
Ever.
No.
But Fani, I thought you and Wade were done playing Bonnie and Clyde with taxpayer dollars. And what was that massive pause? Lawyers are better liars than that. That was weird. So she lost her case to ignore the subpoena for the Georgia Senate, right? So she issued the appeal. In the meantime, the Georgia Senate has reissued their subpoena for the current session. This new argument that Fani Willis is trying to use to deny the subpoena is trying to say it's no longer valid because there's been a new General Assembly elected since the original subpoena that she failed to show for. This is what the judge said to that. If every time a subpoena is issued by a special committee, a recipient can simply litigate its validity and enforcement until the General Assembly reconstitutes, and then they have to start over. This would be an absurd result indeed. So clearly she just thinks that she can stall this one out.
And it's a message that's pissing folks off, but there is no one above the law in this country, nor is there anyone beneath it.
If you think Fani Willis is a hypocrite, like, subscribe, and share the video. I appreciate you. Not only that, but she was ordered to pay $54,000 to a Trump lawyer, well, a lawyer for someone on Trump's team, Ashley Machant, who was defending this dude named, I think, like Michael Roman. Machant has been eviscerating Fani Willis in court. I can only imagine how much the taxpayers have spent on defending Fani Willis's reputation in court. Not to mention, at this point, we know they've spent, what is it, $78,000 on Fani Willis, paying back all of these records violations, between 56 to Ashley Machant and then 22 to Judicial Watch. And then she had the major losses in that Young Thug case. Dude, she couldn't even convict people whose job it is to dry snitch on themselves. Fani Willis is starting to get real expensive for Fulton County right now. To me, it looks like she's trying to wait it out till all of this is out of the news cycle, everyone is bored with this, and the Senate has more marketable things to involve themselves with. And it seems like it's working. They have a new deadline for it. They've given it till May 10th to respond, and honestly, she might come up with some new legal theory by then to run through the courts. Who knows if there'll be any interest in reconvening the committee next session if they don't get it done now. And I think they're starting to see that too. Limited confidence that she's acting in good faith.
Tonight, the special state Senate panel investigating Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis says she could be jailed if she keeps ignoring their subpoenas.
Now, they demanded her to testify in September, but Willis has yet to respond. Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon is at the state capitol.
And it's not as if they just asked her nicely. This Senate panel issued subpoenas and even got a judge's ruling saying that they had the power to compel Willis to testify. Still, she has not shown up to any of these hearings. As a reminder, this investigation started over a year ago when it was discovered that Willis was romantically involved with Nathan Wade, the top prosecutor on the Donald Trump election indictment here in Fulton County. This panel of mostly Republican state senators has been trying to haul her in for testimony ever since then, but Willis has cited scheduling issues. The panel said they're running out of patience and told me today they may seek a contempt charge that could come with jail time.
She is not above the law. And I think that there are legal processes to force her to comply. And yes, that does include confinement. But the judge can issue an order to confine her. Yeah, you can be confined in jail as a punishment for contempt if you willingly snub your nose at a court's order.
We did get a reply back from the Fulton County DA's office. They said, quote, the district attorney and special committee have not reached an agreement to testify, and the district attorney continues to challenge the witness subpoena in court. Willis, however, did agree to turn over some documents that the special committee had been asking for. They said they want to have her come in to testify in the last week in April or the first 2 weeks in May. They said if she doesn't show up then, they will ask that judge for that contempt charge. At the state capitol, Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.
I wonder if she'll refuse to turn herself in, because she's already saying that the subpoena is not valid. So I'm wondering if the judge rules on it, right, and says, no, you're in contempt, we're going to issue a warrant. I wonder if she's going to say, hey, that warrant's not valid either, because the subpoena's not valid. You know what? There is actually someone above the law. And that's me, guys. How much taxpayer money you think Fani Willis is spending right now having a team of paralegals attempting to craft an argument that a district attorney is somehow above the law under the Georgia state constitution? And she's tripling down.
Tonight, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, she is firing back after state senators suggested she could be jailed if she ignores their calls to testify. She had a stern message for the senators investigating her conduct.
I would say so. She still has not set a date to testify in front of this panel of lawmakers. And she told me today she still feels they lack the authority to pull her in to get her testimony in the first place.
I understand that they are intimidated by a strong woman sitting in this position that's going to hold everyone accountable who violates the law. I am not afraid of a conversation with them, but they better be ready for the truth should they ever have me in that chair.
Liars are often afraid of being caught, so they may express fear through small movements, like raising their eyebrows or wrinkling their forehead. At this point with Fani Willis, Fulton County is getting the full Tiffany Henyard experience. You guys know Tiffany Henyard?
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
The village of South Suburban Dalton is hit by a federal subpoena. Fox 32 obtained a copy of the document. It's dated the 25th, the same day residents voted to replace Mayor Tiffany Henyard with trustee Jason House. He won by a landslide, 88%. The subpoena seeks records all related to a development on Lincoln Avenue. That land allegedly used to be owned by Henyard's boyfriend.
Kicked out of office with the feds after her. How much you guys want to bet Fani Willis is gonna end up the same exact way? Letitia James, Fani Willis, Tiffany Henyard. Dude, man, do me a favor, guys, all right? And look up Kathy Barnett, okay? Because Republicans need to rally behind authentic voices. And I think that the way she goes about communicating policies is a great counter to the Democrat narrative.